I love walking my dog. If you're down, say yeah. I love walking my dog. If you're down, say yeah. I feel so fucking gone. Oh, but it's real fun. My mind is open to so much deep ass shit I'm feeling. So fucking cool and tingly. I'm as high as a bee, moving to get honey. Damn, I'm funny, I like money. Do you understand what I am preaching? This whole time you I've been teaching the great art of zero walking. So just take the leash and please stop talking. Walking my dog, I could do it all day long. Just grab the leash, hook up the pooch, and we'll go on a monkey smooch. I love marijuana, can't you see? Zero is just a part of me. Slow down, baby, please don't choke. World a whole lot better when you smoke. Motherfucker, just so you know, the world it is my bitch. And that's because Zero, he tells me shit. I hear him in my head, talking to me all the fucking time. Wouldn't let me free. Being inebriated is eye-opening. I am becoming a prisoner to its hypnotic green. Hold my lungs bleed green, my heart bleeds green. For it I feel.
Zero's the greatest out there. We love him very much. Go pass out.
Walking my dog, walking my dog.
Hey, what? We in there!
Do, everybody. Only me and you, buddy. Here we go. I think we're clean. Okay, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. Sorry, I had to make sure that audio was good. Fix my light as well. Make sure I'm coming in clean. All right. How are we doing, everybody? I know there isn't a lot of people here for this stream per usual, but Tbate is here. I'm here. I should probably tweet this out, right? I'm gonna do that really quickly. I know there's a few people who are gonna watch this back, so I hope everybody is doing okay. I should probably tweet this out. Rohit, what's up, Rohit? How's it going? I know it's been a couple weeks. Alright, yeah, we're live on X, and then I need to post on the Discord. Sorry, give me a sec. Just I'll be forgetting to post this up. All right. That shaved head is throwing me off. Is it? Oh, me? Oh, my bad. I'm going to take my save the date photos with my fiance on Sunday, so I had to kind of go get like a fresh cut and everything. So forgive me if I'm a little cleaner than usual. Yeah, for I don't know if you know, but a lot of people in the Discord and the community know I'm getting married next year. So we're taking our save the date photos on Sunday. So yeah, I had to go get cleaned up. Literally just came from the barber like an hour ago. So but yeah, thanks for being here and anybody else in the stream. It has been some time. If anybody watched the review, that you know that I pretty much uh, I've been through a lot last couple weeks. Family loss and man, navigating through that. It was a lot different this time than a normal family loss that I've dealt with in the past. But it's thrown my schedule out of whack and it's made me reconsider some things and how I want to stream and do everything. So all my streams will be on Friday today. Usually it'll probably be around this time. So Tbate first, then Tower of God. I try to do the morning thing. I know we're like Rohi. I know you're like you live in a different time zone. Um, Early mornings it's just going to be hard to do if I'm going to do it on Fridays. So this will usually try to be the time. So I'm sorry about that. I'm just not able to commit to that anymore. Thanks for the congratulations as well. Um, but I don't want to make this stream about that. I've spoken on that. You watched the review. You know what I'm talking about. So T-bait is the important thing here. That's what we come here to talk about. So um, I also if anybody watching this back didn't watch the review for whatever reason, um, my T-bait streams and reviews will be every 2 weeks going forward. Like it'll be double chapter reviews. I think that works out better for me. So but this one we're talking about three different chapters here. So covering the first one, right? And we can kind of mix it up. We don't have to go from chapter to chapter. We can kind of mix it in, right? But um, Tess and Arthur's relationship. That's like kind of numero uno for me right now. Um, it is strained right now, and this was something I did not expect to happen. So, uh, like with the recent chapter that came out yesterday, you can see her look of like disdain towards him. That like what he said to her the previous night obviously hasn't been forgiven. Like obviously it's still an issue. Um, and then like going back to the argument, like bro, I did not expect Arthur to like snap at her like that because he literally did snap at her, and I thought it was a little unjustified because that like it was kind of like taking credit from her, like she didn't deserve it, like she deserves the respect, she does, but Arthur was kind of discrediting her like, oh, just because you in the streets now don't mean that you deserve to like be doesn't mean you deserve like doesn't mean that you're an adult now. And it's kind of a little bit disingenuous because like okay, like she's an adult, bro. Like she's like handling her team well, like she's doing pretty damn good. So like treat her with some respect. And you had already said that you wanted him to tell her. Her reaction is her reaction. Like she found out in a shitty way. Like I'm pretty sure everybody here has experienced something being told in a shitty way. Like it's pretty much that. She was told in a shitty way. She found out on her own, and she's rightfully upset. Like you would all anybody would be rightfully upset finding out somebody they love passed and they had to learn in secret. Decent chapter, but I'm mad they didn't include a few things, and I'm crazy mad Aya's character design murdered. Is it that bad? Is Aya's design that bad? I just looked at her as another elf girl, so I never even considered what her design would really be. She doesn't hate him. She is probably mourning too for Cynthia. It's not all about Arthur. No, I agree. It's not all about Arthur. But Arthur, he snapped. He did snap at her though. He snapped at her in a way that wasn't consoling. Like she needed more consoling and love than snapping. She absolutely needed more consoling than love than snapping, and he snapped at her, which was like it's kind of fucked up. Like she just found out, bro. Like you shouldn't be snapping at her. Like she's in a right state, right? Um, and also didn't like how Virion didn't necessarily like jump in the middle of it. He kind of let it steam a little bit before jumping into it, and it's just like, well, Virion, like as protective of her as you are, I would think you would want to like, hey Arthur, you kind of crossing the line here. Like, even the like the pettiness of Arthur, like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have told her. I thought that shit was so petty. Like, yeah, because obviously she can't handle it. Like, damn, bro, like she like she lost her teacher, bro. Like, why you going crazy? And Sylvie held him accountable for it because it was unnecessary. Like, bro was going unnecessarily hard. Um, and like he said, the frustration came with his parents thing. Um, okay, Arthur. It sounds like bullshit. But I will say, this is one of the things I love about Arthur's character because oftentimes in a lot of series, the main character can be so inhuman sometimes and so inhumane and too mature for their own good. Like, for instance, Sun Jin Woo has that issue. Sun Jin Woo is like later on in the series, towards the end especially, Sun Jin Woo is too mature to the point where you can't relate to him anymore. Like, bro has gained so much power that and he doesn't react like a normal human would to regular shit. And granted, he's not really human anymore, but they don't. That's not the characteristics that they try to like play on because he does fall in love. He does have his girl, so he's obviously in love. He's still having a human emotion, but he just doesn't seem relatable anymore versus his character of being a weak ass guy to becoming stronger and stronger, but like pushing himself because like even with him becoming stronger, he's still being tested. Arthur doesn't have this problem. Arthur had a very human reaction here that you could see in real life to like his parents like joining the war. Like he took his frustrations out on somebody else, and we know that Arthur is like internally a grown ass king man, right? But he still has adult reactions, human reactions, and can still make mistakes when it comes to managing people's feelings and everything. He doesn't have all the answers, and he doesn't answer them correctly every time. And in this case, it's subjective, right? It's subjective whether you think Arthur is right or wrong here. But regardless, this is one of the things I do love about his character because he can still be this vulnerable and still make those mistakes. So Aya is the most seductive character in the light novel. She looks like an up jumped foot soldier now in the comic. She's supposed to be seductive. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, she's not doing it for me. She's not doing it for me at all. I didn't see anything special about her design that gave seduction at all. Like, I understand you got to be a little bit probably like a little PC when it comes to like character design, I guess. Like in the light novel, obviously you can be a little bit more detailed about her, like her seduction and maybe what she's wearing or whatever. But in this case, she wasn't nothing special. She was not nothing special. All honesty, I thought it was the other girl who died. I always sorry, I forget their names. I thought it was her for a second before she had the black hair. Oh, excuse me. So I'm not very happy to hear that, and I'm probably sure you're even more dissatisfied than me. I've made it known. My biggest gripe with the chapter that just came out is Varay's design. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, Varay's design is do. It is do. Okay, I hate Varay's design. It is chapter 143. Let me check out real quick. Tbate 143. TB 143. Not coming up fast enough. I might have to pull it up and oh wait, here we go. I forgot how much I hated these dwarven motherfuckers. Dwarven King was not shit. And his wife, she was even worse. They were both not shit. Ah, okay, I see. I see what you mean. Yeah, I ain't gonna. Yeah, this version of her is much better. Much better. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree. Okay. Yeah, that version of her is much better. It does look a lot more I can see the seduction play in that version of her. Um I ain't gonna lie, this might be good backlash if he does get backlash for her design this time around. This might be good. I, in my opinion, is the second most powerful lance after Varay. Okay. Okay. Ray's hair looks a little haggard, but she looks completely different. Yeah, I don't like it because the Varay in the original the Fukiyaki version, she looks good. She looks menacing. Her long hair that goes straight with the two bangs on the side, it gives off that closed off woman but I'm beautiful. Her ability matches. I see it. I feel it. It's there. She gives me those type of vibes, right? This version of her, let me pull it up on Tapas real quick. This version of her, the short hair looks clunky. It does. It looks absolutely clunky. Um, and I hate to be this judgmental about it because I don't want to be like a hypocrite to the people who have been complaining about the art style. But to be honest, I'm on their side right now in terms of Varay's design, and maybe more so with Aya's, given that you gave the example of what she's supposed to look like. Like, don't get me wrong, Aya still looks decent, but I don't see the seduction. I don't know if the seduction play works right there with that. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, this version of her, this is terrible. I hate this. She looks like this version of her looks dead. She looks dead inside. She looks dead inside. She does not look like the other version of her looked cold and menacing, a person you don't want to fuck with. This one looks dead inside, okay? The hair just don't it's too clunky. You should have kept it like the hair had elegance to it. It had elegance to it. This does not have elegance. This looks like bedhead, okay? And she looks old. Like how old is Varay? She looks old. She's younger, right? She's got to be in like her 20s, right? That's what she looked like in the original version. She looks old here. Like I don't the hair just does not it's not doing it, man. Maybe the new artist wants to leave his own mark instead of following. Yeah, but there's a good and a bad way to do things. I just don't think, based on what we got about her and her character matched her design in the Fukiyaki version. This does not match to me. It just doesn't. The clunkiness of her hair takes away from the elegance that she seemed to carry. Like, just look at how she approached I'm bad with names. The when Byron was attacking the I forget the Ashura's name, but when he was attacking him in Arthur's cell, and she's like, stop, like, quit this, like, I'm sorry, oh great one. Like, she looked like the elegance in her entire action there and emotion and everything. That's her. Like that's like, yeah. This version of her, I can't see her moving that way. It's mainly, I think if he fixes the hair, it'll be okay. You can have short hair, but not make it look clunky. It just looks clunky. So I hate to see it. I don't like it. I absolutely hate it. She's one of the characters I was most intrigued about, and I still am intrigued. It's just this design doesn't work for me, man. Everybody else is pretty much hitting though. Like, Curtis looks good. Curtis looks good. Royal Family looks good. I thought with the rest of the small clips of the Royal Family that we got, Like, the royal family looks good. Like, even Tess in this panel, she looks good. Tess looks good in this panel. Like, it's certain characters that with his style they do look good. I can't lie, they look good. But that Varay is really like that. This is my first problem that I have with the art style. Like, Varay is just, she is throwing me the hell off. Even Byron, like, I didn't even notice Byron. He pretty much captured Byron the same way. Like, Byron looks good. But it's the Varay, man. I'm not fucking with it. I am not fucking with it. This just is not. I'm not fucking with it. Excuse my language. I'm not fucking with it. But all right, moving on from that point. So I assumed last week when I read the chapter that this ceremony was probably going to be Arthur's lance ceremony. I was thinking that. I wasn't necessarily sure, but Arthur is being made a lance. That is great. I am happy to see. Could we all have pretty much predicted this from the beginning of time? Yes. Now, I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to be spoiled. But Rohit, you have already told me that Varay in this version is stronger than Arthur, and I'm okay with learning that she's still the strongest lance. I just, in my head, I'm wondering what the rankings are per lance, and is Arthur at the bottom? That's the only thing I want to know. Is Arthur at the bottom right now? Because that gives me a good idea of where everybody else ranks. That's it. But yeah, Arthur, and then this speech, I ain't gonna cap. So I haven't been spoiled with the exact speech, but some people in the comment sections have mentioned this speech as like a really good speech and a really good moment. I don't know what the speech is. I haven't heard about it, but some people have been spoiling it in a way where they're saying, "Oh, the speech is coming. The speech is coming. The speech is coming." So I'm looking forward to whatever this is gonna be. What's gonna be said. It's not a spoiler. It was in the novel, but not mentioned here. Okay. So, particularly in this scene, it's mentioned that Varay is still stronger. Okay. Art is probably top 3 to 4. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Given the standard, that's pretty impressive. I'm actually glad to hear that. But okay. Yeah, I was just wondering that with Arthur just kind of being made a lance, I was wondering where he stood with everybody else. So, okay. Very good to know. Very good to know. Now, we had the test chapter. The gray stuff. So, the gray stuff is not in my forefront. We've had a lot of gray content. With the first 2 chapters, 181 and 182, the gray stuff is kind of in the background. I'm not like laser focused on it, but it is something like I'm paying attention to. It's not the main character stuff, so I'm not deeply interested in it. But this Cynthia character, I said Cynthia, is Celia character, and Gray's relationship is something I'm looking towards. Learning about his character and how he is. In all honesty, I can see the Arthur in him. Like, well, obviously Gray's the first version of it, but I can see the Gray and Arthur, like so if we're just talking about like his soul, I can see his soul in the same place. He's literally like the same type of boy that he was as Arthur, which is cool. Like, which is cool. I don't have an issue with, but I do see the connections. Arthur himself admits that after all the training, he can't match her. Damn. Excuse me. I didn't know she was still like that. I didn't assume like Arthur was like top 1. I would never assume that. I knew that she was like the top lance or whatever, but I was just wondering what his ranking was in compared to her. So, okay. Okay. Let me pull up the comments. Just dropped that video yesterday. Let me pull up the comments for it. And forgive me if I yawn a few times. I am on 3 hours of sleep. I had to get up. Got off work at it's what 4:30 right now, 4:40 right now. I got off of work at 8 o'clock in the morning. Got home at 9. Um, had to lay down and wake back up at 1:30 to go get my hair cut, and here I am. So I am on a few hours of sleep. So forgive me. I'll be okay. I might need to ask my fiance to make me some coffee though. Let me call her and ask her to make me some coffee. Hey, could you make me a cup of the protein coffee? Um, in the big cup if it's available. If not, it's okay. All right. Thank you. Bye. Do, 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 do. All right, here we go. Okay. Um, in elementary mastery art cannot compete with any lance. Right. Oh, is that because he uses them all? Because like everybody else has like one or two, right? They have one or two that they specialize in, so he would never be good at one particular better than anybody else. But his ability to combine them is the scary part. His specialty is close range combat, like he was trained by Cordy. Elemental magic is just his side tools. Ah, okay, okay. Close range combat. I like that. Man's got hands. I like hands. I do like hands and feet. All right, let's pull these up. All right, so I just dropped a review yesterday, so I don't have that many comments as expected to be. And this series is still growing in terms of my community, so to be expected. But I appreciate the same three that have been here, Rohit, Daniel, and Mayhem, as aka Zenu. Thank you guys. I appreciate you for your engagement every week. Lance is soul supremacy in their respective elements. Right. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. I figured that was the case. Um, that's one thing I do particularly remember with like the beginning of the series. Like every human specializes in a particular branch of magic. It's very rare that somebody has two. It's almost impossible if somebody has three. And Arthur is just the anomaly, right? The 0.000001%, right? So okay. All right, so we're gonna read Zenu's or Mayhem's comment right here. This is Zenu. Zenu says, "I think Varay's new design is a better fit for someone else because the short, curly hair doesn't suit her." And that's basically what we were saying earlier. It's the short, clunky hair. It doesn't look good on her. Um, this has got to be like fixed or redone or something, bro. It does not look good. I hate it. Her long hair looked absolutely beautiful on her, and she did it portrayed her very well in the nice, elegant, and cold light. But this clunkiness makes her look dead and sunken, and I don't like it. So, maybe if her hair straight, was straight, then there would be less of an issue because I was confused on who that was supposed to be. So was I. When I first seen her walk up towards Arthur, I'm like, is this another Lance that we don't know about? And then when she starts speaking, I'm like, that's for Ray? Fam, what are we doing here? Why does she look like that? Like, it does not look good. Like, why does she look like that? Those were my thoughts initially. Um, Varey currently resembles Alea. Yes, she does. That's exactly right. If she had elf ears and a different colored eyes, she would look like Alea. She absolutely would. I 100% agree with that. I was disappointed by Arthur and Aya's encounter this chapter because I felt like aspects of Aya's characterization was lost through adapting it to the manhwa. That's kind of what Rohit. It kind of sounds like what you were saying, Rohit. Um, if she's a seductive character, she should have definitely gave off more different kind of vibes to Arthur. To that exchange felt like nothing. She just felt like somebody like, oh, there's something weird about her. I was just like, okay, I don't know if that's like something sinister. Obviously, in the review, I said maybe she's playing for the other team in terms of like she's on the other side. She's a traitor. But if she's just a seductive person, and that could be other things behind that, right? But that's what I got from it, which I apparently that's not what I should have got from it. I'm not going to say more in case Turtle Me will touch on it in the future. Overall, great sets of chapters. Okay. Yeah, I think the chapters are all pretty solid, pretty damn good. It's prelude to the war, so yeah. All right, Daniel. Rest in peace for your family member ordering, Mark. Thank you, Daniel. I do appreciate that. Um, Loss is a part of life, man. All right. Daniel says, chapter 181. That's kind of a normal teen reaction. If everyone became an adult the moment we were born, the babies would be sent to the wars. um, I will agree with Tessa's reaction being normal. Arthur's reaction is what caught me off guard. But I do agree with you. 182. Some muscular and manly woman made. Right. At least Arthur's relationship with Byron seems to have improved a lot. I agree. The fact that Byron can walk into this man's bedroom and speak to him so casually does show a little bit of a improvement to where things were, especially given Arthur's position. Byron has no choice but to respect it and be cool with it. So Aya is straight up mommy. Yeah, that's crazy. I see what you like, Rohi. I see who you like. And then 183. Like it how Aya the Lance was suspecting to get a kiss. Like it how Aya the Lance was suspecting to get a kiss from her hand and from Arthur Lewin, not knowing he is someone who stands on business. She probably thought Arthur was one of those humans who has a huge fetish for elven female beauty. Oh, is that what was supposed to be going on? Let me go back and look. Ah, that's why it's awkward. Oh, she does put her hand out like this. And he was supposed to kiss it. I did not peep that. I did not peep that. Thank you, Daniel. I did not peep that she put her hand out like this for him to kiss it. And he grabbed it to shake with. I just thought it was like handshake awkward. I was not paying attention to the details. Ah, thank you for the catch. I did not catch that. That's a good catch. Okay, he was supposed to kiss it. She does put her hand out like that. Okay. Oh, sorry, I don't have my video device on. I didn't realize. Okay. Sorry, I thought I had my video in the corner there. But yeah, the fact that her hands out like that, it means that he was supposed to kiss it and he didn't. I did not pick that up. It's not a big detail. I just literally didn't pick it up. Okay. But thank you, Daniel. I did not peep that. Um, the white uniform with the cape and fur on one side was way better than this armor. I agree. The armor that he wore to the fashion that he wore to the meeting looked really good. I know it is to fight, but they wouldn't. They always could have used it before the fight and kept it using the white one for the speech. Okay, I see what you mean. The armor would have made more sense to walk into that meeting with, but I guess you want to be presentable for both. So, okay. Yeah, this season did a lot of show not tell scenes. Okay. Okay. And Rohi says in light novel right here, Art straight up admits he is still not stronger than her, right? So yeah, she is the strongest in the Kayathan right now. Okay. And yeah, we pretty much established that. So that's pretty much it for the comments. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I covered the art and test stuff, the gray stuff, the design stuff. Um, I would say there just isn't that much to talk about in detail that like will keep the stream like super duper long. As far as predictions go, I don't know what they expect from this speech. It seems like people are pretty hyped for it, so I'll be hyped for it. I do want to see Arthur interact with the rest of the lances, and I want to see how those go. But it's nice to know that Arthur also will be made a general and within the army because he's going to be a lance. That's important. I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah. All right. Well, guys, I think we covered all that we can cover. I do got to get ready for my Tower of God stream in like 5 minutes. So I think that's mainly it. If there's any points that I missed, I apologize. But I do got to get ready for that next stream. Um, I want to say thank you to Rohit for being here per usual, and for all my commenters and anybody else watching this back currently. Um, it'll be 2 weeks before I do another stream about Tbate, but I think I cover most of the important stuff. So if I did miss something, do let me know in the commented version section of this video. That's not going to appear in the live chat. So till then, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you, and let's grow this community. Oh, wait. I see you, Rohi. Rohi says, making Art a lance was smart, preventing other people from getting in his way. True. 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 Very true. Very true. Yeah, I said my piece, too, about Arthur being made a lance. Like, how I thought it was super important, and how, like, he was being viewed as... like he was literally a criminal. He was a criminal, and then he turned like bro went from criminal turned lance. Granted, like his criminal status like kind of changed with the outing of the dwarves and everything, but I'm just saying, bro was in the public eye for like doing something crazy, and now he's being made a lance, and it's rightfully so. Arthur's like got power, his ability is unique. They need him, so yeah. But all right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna shut the stream down, guys. If any of my Tower God people in here, just wait for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna stream Tower God in like 10 minutes, and we'll continue from there. So thank you to my Tbate viewers. Please do share this with other Tbate people who like to talk about the play, who likes to talk about who likes to talk about Tbate, who likes the series. Got to grow the community. A lot of the reasons why my Tower of God streams go so long are because I have a larger audience for that, and that everybody's usually chatting in the chat, and we have a lot to talk about. So with this, since this is a newer series in terms of how how me reviewing it is newer to most people. My audience for this isn't that big yet, so it'll take some months before I get like a good 20 people in here, like I do Tower of God. So, yeah. But if you know anybody that may like the series, do share this with them. So, thanks, guys. I'll see the Tower of God people pretty soon.